Hello everyone, welcome back to Partners DSA. So today we will be covering minimum absolute distance between mirror pairs. So let's quickly go through the question. So you are given an array of nums. A mirror pair is a pair of index I, j such that 0 less than or equal to I less than or equal to j less than nums.length. That means I should be less than j. And reverse of number of I equal to number of j. So if the reverse is same as the number, then that means it is a mirror pair. So where reverse of x denotes the integer formed by reversing the digit of x, leading zeros are omitted after reversing. For example, reverse of 120 is 21. Return the minimum absolute distance between the indices of any mirror pair. The absolute distance between index I and j is absolute value of I minus j. If no mirror pair exists, then return minus 1. So let's quickly go through one of the example. So if we see, there is an array given with number 12, 21, 45, 33 and 54. So if we look closely over here, we can see that 12 and 21 are mirror pairs, and similarly 45 and 54 are also mirror pairs. And if we check the difference between the index, 12 is at index 0 and 21 is at index 1. So the difference between these two mirror pairs will be 1. Then we have 45 and 54. 45 is at index 2 and 54 is at index 4. So the difference will be greater than 1, and that is not our minimum required value. So the minimum distance between the mirror pairs here is between 12 and 21, that will be 1. Now similarly, if we check over here, if we check the value given in the array is 120 and 21, and we should ignore the leading 0. That means here on reversing 120 we will get the value 21. So in that case the minimum distance will be 1, that is the difference of index of 120, that is 0, and the index of 21, that is 1. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So this is the minimum distance. Now if we check over here, our number given is 21 and the other one is 120, and if we reverse this number it will be 21. So our condition clearly states that the reverse of nums of I should be equal to nums of j. So if reverse of 120 is 21, then I should be having value 1, and j will be having value 21, which will not satisfy our condition. So this will not be a valid pair, and we will be returning minus 1 as the output. Now let me quickly explain the logic for this particular example. So I will take this particular array to explain the logic. So this is our array, and here we will be using the concept of map to calculate the mirror pairs. So we have a map. Let me track the map with the reverse pair. So we will be having a reversed pair, and in here we will be storing the index and also the reverse value. So first we iterate over the array, and we take the first element 12, and we check whether 12 is present inside the reversed array or not. So in our case 12 is not present. So what we will do is we will reverse the element and we will insert that to our map. So 12's reverse will be 21 and its corresponding index is 0. So we have reversed that element and we have inserted that to the map. Now we iterate over the next element, and we see that our next element is 21, and we check whether 21 is present in the map or not. So if when we check, we found that there is an element having 21 and its index is 0. So what we will do is we will keep track of a variable answer, and inside answer we will be storing the difference between the index of mirror pairs. So our current index will be 1, and the reversed element is having the index as 0. So we will find the difference as 1. So answer will be having will be storing 1 initially. Now once we have updated the answer, we will reverse this particular element, that will be 12, and we will insert with the corresponding index. Now again we iterate over the next element, that will be 45, and we will check whether that element is present in the reverse map or not. So in our case this element is not present in the reverse map, so we will simply insert that to the reverse map. So 45 will become 54 and its index will be 2. Now again we come over to the next element, that is 33, and we will check whether 33 is present in this reverse map or not. So we are not having 33 in the reverse map. Again we will insert that to the map, and the index corresponding to it will be 3. Now our next element will be 54, and we check whether 54 is present in the reverse map. So we can see that 54 is present at index 2, and our current index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our current index will be 4, and we will find 54 is already present at index 2. So our difference will be 2 in that case, and we should find the minimum distance between the mirror pairs. So so difference between 4 and 2 will be 2, and we will check whether 2 is less than 1. So 2 is not less than 1, and we won't update the answer. So this is how we will be solving the solution. Now let's jump into the solution. So we should have a map for storing the reverse pairs, and it will be of type integer map equal to new hash map. Now our next operation should be iterating over the array. So we will be iterating over array less than nums dot I plus plus. So the next thing we should do is we should check whether the element is already present in the reverse map. So we will be checking if map dot contains nums of I, and if the map already contains this value, then we should store that in the answer. So in the answer we will be storing, initially we will be storing integer dot max val, and if the map is having this particular value, what we should do is we should find the absolute difference of the index and the current index. Map dot min of answer and math dot absolute value of current index minus the value present at the map. Map dot get nums of I. So this will be our answer. Now we will be inserting the reverse number into the map. So we will reverse this particular number, nums of I, and the corresponding index will also be updated. So that will be I. Now once all the iteration is done, we will simply return the answer. Now for reversing, we will be writing a function public int reverse, and it will be accepting number. Now we will declare a temporary variable over here, and we will reverse it in the reverse function. So we will be checking while number not equal to 0, int digit equal to number percentage 10, and our num equal to num star 10 plus digit, and the number will be updated as number by 10. Now once this is done, we will be returning this number. Now if we run this, we got one error. So yeah, so it should be, instead of contains, it should be contains key. And here it should be map dot put. So running this, we missed one condition over here. We are initially assigning answer with integer dot max value, and before returning this we should check whether answer is same as integer dot max value. So if the answer is integer dot max value, that means we haven't found a solution yet, and there are no mirror pairs. So in that case we will be returning -1. Now executing this, all our initial test cases got submitted, and on submit got accepted. Now coming to the time complexity of this, so we have the constraints as nums.length will be less than 10 raised to 5 and nums of I will be less than or equal to 10 raised to 9. So our time complexity in this case will be big O of n into the number of digits, and our space complexity will be, we will be using a maps to store the elements of the array in reverse order, so it will be big O of n.